Alrighty guys, hopefully I'm in focus here. Welcome back to another Jagged Brew video. Thank you guys for being here today. Today's a little bit of a different style of video. Usually I'm in the gym working out, or usually I'm doing some sort of fitness content with you guys. This is fitness content for me, but it's going to be explaining my fitness journey, how I got started into the gym. Really good information from somebody that has been doing it for 4.5 years and has seen a lot and learned a lot. If you enjoy this kind of style of content, drop a subscription down below. I'm going to be posting videos like this every week. I've been posting every day or every week for the last year. Subscription would be very appreciated. A like and a comment as well. I reply to all comments down below. But yeah, let's get right into this. So, how I started my fitness journey. Let's get into the obvious things. First thing first, before I got into the gym, like many of you guys know, I was 220 pounds as an 18-year-old, and I couldn't even do a single push-up, right? Health for me, growing up, was sports. I always played sports, but in high school I obtained very bad eating habits, mainly because I struggled with depression. I struggled with anger, and I used food to cope for those feelings. My parents had recently just gotten divorced. I was going through a lot at the time. I was still struggling with my depression. My parents got divorced. My buddy Noah, he started calling me every single day, begging me, Jackson, yo, you gotta get into the gym. Jackson, you're, low-key bullying me, telling me I was fat, telling me I was overweight, telling me like it's gonna be like this the rest of my life if I don't change it. And I told him no. Over and over and over again. He kept calling though. Every single day he's been calling about me, texting me, every day. And it got to the point where I was like, you know what? To get this guy off my back, I might as well just go to the gym. So I went to the gym. We worked out at Planet Fitness, and some of my first workouts were, based off of them. It was a lot of, simple stuff, but stuff that I still do to this day, Of course, I was very insecure and intimidated going to the gym. But as you go more and more, like now that I'm 4.5 years in, I can confidently say that no one really actually cares. What I'd say is, like, I was very intimidated, I was very insecure starting. That is completely normal and completely okay. Nobody is going to judge you. If they do judge you, then they're one of the bad people in the fitness industry, and you just need to write them off out of your life. I never wanted to become an influencer right off the bat when I started into the gym. I just wanted to lose the weight and get confident in myself again. Once I started, I couldn't stop. I started for a month and I fell in love with the actual implications of putting in work and seeing the results right onto my body. I fell in love with that and got obsessed with that. That's what really kept me going, was the fact that, like, okay, I'm a month into this shit and I've already lost 5 pounds and I already feel better than what I did when I started. So not necessarily knowing what I was doing with diet as much as I do now, and didn't know how to train that well. I was still training all right, but like I said, I just wasn't very strong when I first started. I couldn't do a push-up. My form wasn't the best out of, anybody in the gym now, but everyone starts from somewhere, and, I was pretty hard on myself in the beginning, and that's something that, it can be good to be hard on yourself, but at the same time, it's like you gotta have a balance of, like, understanding that, like, not to beat yourself up. Because I got down to, 50 pounds, I got down to 170. I switched gyms halfway between me losing 50 pounds. So I lost around 25 pounds at Planet Fitness, and then decided, you know what, I'm ready to go to a bigger gym meant for bodybuilders. So that's when I switched over to the gym I go to now. When I had switched over, I still had no coach. I was still basically teaching myself everything. At that time, I didn't really have the money to, I thought that I didn't have the money to go spend on a good diet and stuff like that, but in reality, I was just lying to myself, and I could have been doing that the whole time. And so my diet suffered even though I lost 50 pounds. And that just goes to show you, training and cardio were the driving factors for me losing that weight. Eventually, once I moved over to my gym that I'm at now, I started falling in love with influencers. People influenced me like Alex Eubank, Chris Bumstead. Trend Twins were huge for me. Even Shizzy was big for me for a while there. And so those people really kept me going, and they really gave me an idea of like I could start posting my fitness journey and stuff like that. And so I started posting my stuff. I never really got any traction off the bat because it was just like my mindset with social media was so awful. I was just like post the physique and let the physique do the work for me, and my physique is good enough to be able to come viral. It's good to post your physique if you have a good physique. I did not have a good physique by the slightest, so I was just posting to post pretty much. But in all reality, dude, like after I lost all that weight, the 50 pounds, I had never felt better in my life. I really struggled with having control of things in my life as a kid and growing up that way, especially seeing how much stuff was out of my control at that point in my life. A lot of stuff was out of control for me. And the gym gave me a place where it felt like I actually had control over something in my life, and that really instilled a lot of confidence in me over a year of lifting. It took away my insecurity and said, you know what, I'm actually doing something about this, and it does not hold an effect on me. The reason for this is I want to show you guys that I was in your position too. If you're watching this behind the screen and you've been thinking like, I need to get into the gym, but I'm just too intimidated and stuff like that, or I'm too insecure. Dude, I'm telling you, everybody in the gym will fucking love you if you're just honest, and you know, everyone's there for the same reason, guys. Like, that's something that I had to realize too early on in my gym career, is like everybody's here for the same reason. Everybody's trying to lose weight. Everybody's trying to like fix their shit, you know what I'm saying? So don't be too hard on yourself. Just go. My recommendation would be go 3 to 4 days a week. That's where when I started I was going 3 to 4 days a week. That way I didn't get burnt out and overwhelmed with the gym. So one of the biggest regrets that I wish I would have done earlier on in my gym career was hire a coach, somebody that could give me the knowledge for what actual meal planning looks like, how to actually track calories, how to actually like time your food, how to actually like train correctly with proper form, and what movements go with other movements, so you know you're building a aesthetic physique at the same time. I mean, in all honesty, the biggest factor for anybody that's starting into the gym is just show up. Showing up is the hardest part. You show up, you're doing yourself a huge favor. The more you show up, the more you stack wins for yourself in the gym, and therefore you can move forward into the gym. And that's how I was able to get my first coach. And my first coach gave me everything that I needed to know. I give a lot of props to him on teaching me about diet and just keeping me consistent, and it really made me fall in love with the gym even more, because I was doing it the right way now. It wasn't like just this fever smoke dream of like, oh, I'm going to the gym, this is what I'm doing it like this, and I knew that I wasn't doing it to the best of my ability. So the coach really opened my eyes to being able to train the way I needed to, being able to diet the way I needed to, and actually make linear progress in the gym, instead of feeling like my progress was coming out of nowhere on random days. It's a huge game changer, guys. Like, genuinely, if you have the opportunity to get a coach, it will really benefit you. I always needed a coach. I liked the accountability factor. I liked the relationship aspect of having a coach as well, having somebody that I made friends with. I still talk to my coach every single day. After the bodybuilding show, after he stopped coaching me, I still talk to him all the time. Me and him are best friends. Like, I see him all the time at the gym. He's a great guy. And that's a relationship that I'm going to have for the rest of my life, man. And I started into the gym because I wanted to change how I look. But the underlying real reasons for me is the fact that, you know, I got to conquer my insecurity. The fact that I got to conquer my bad eating habits. The fact that I got to conquer my insecureness. I became confident. The fact that I instilled discipline into my mindset, who I am as a person. The fact that I instilled, you know, consistency, and all these, like, you know, grit, because you gotta have some grit, man. There's gonna be days where you don't want to go to the gym and you don't see it to be of value to you, and those are the best days to go to the gym, in my opinion, because those are the days that define really your journey. And I just hope that if you're watching this video and you've been thinking about getting into the gym, or you've been in the gym and you're struggling right now, I hope this video gives you some motivation to keep going, man. It allows you to be healthy. It allows you to, see the world with a different lens, because you take what you do in the gym and you take that outside of the gym, and it allows you to think differently. You're going to start seeing yourself think differently. You're going to start seeing yourself work differently. There was a lot of days I would leave the gym and I wouldn't even know what to say, because I was thinking on such different levels that I'd never thought about before, because of how hard I'm pushing myself, because of how much I'm actually bettering myself on a day-to-day basis, that I didn't even know what to say. If you guys have any other questions about like diet, meals, workouts, anything of that nature, you can ask me in the comment section down below. I'll answer all questions, literally everything. It does not matter. Depending on, if you're being freaky as shit in the comments, I probably won't answer you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy. We're doing weekly content like this. I love you guys. Stay motherfucking jagged. Next video, we'll do a gym video next video. But deuces, everybody.